Right, now you heard the news at the top of the show. Bank of America is restarting some foreclosure proceedings after a temporary freeze. Greg Rand of Rand Realty is here. Greg, you're on the ground floor.
I am.
You operate real estate businesses, big time. You know what's going on.
Right.
I'm saying the damage has already been done. Correct?
Oh, no, you mean in terms of the government announcement or the government pressure to cause these banks to put the hold on?
The slowdown in foreclosures.
Yeah,
no matter who
it's
caused it, it's a slowdown. I'm saying the damage has been done.
Yeah, it's just like healthcare. It looks like the pattern is beginning to emerge now where the government goes and salts the earth in certain industries to drive public sector players out. You can't tell lenders to go lend and then take the recourse away when someone doesn't pay the loan back. You make an industry, you make a business unsound, you make it unprofitable. And so there's no question the damage is done. You've got a class action lawsuit starting to percolate now.
Well, you sell real estate.
Right.
You still sell single-family homes.
We advise investors, yeah.
Have some of those houses been withdrawn from the market because
Yes, listen, a third of all the home sales year to date right now were distressed properties.
Right.
Okay, investors are the hottest part of that market right now. So if you're in contract to buy a foreclosure or you're negotiating to buy a foreclosure in good faith, okay,
right,
this kind of moratorium just took that property and put it temporarily off the market. You don't know for how long, but it was really the hottest part of the demand for real estate in this year right now has been distressed properties. They just put this double quarter.
Very temporarily, though, right? I mean, now B of A is coming back, and if we see some of these others come back, the fact that it is so temporary, doesn't that make it just a blip on the radar screen?
But you know what? It was like chum in the water. Now there's a class action lawsuit starting up. Okay, you've got attorney generals around the country who are
because it's screwed with sentiment. It's screwed with sentiment. You could put those foreclosed properties back on the market, and I'm not going to go near them because who the heck knows what's going to happen going forward.
Wait a second. You can say, Bank of America can say, yeah, we're going back to the foreclosure process in 102,000 cases. That's what they've said. But it's still all subject to judicial review, which slows everything down.
Right.
That's my point.
So, no, that's why they're only doing it in certain states. Some states don't have judicial review.
Right. So B of A is doing it in 23 states which do have judicial review, and judicial review takes a lot of time.
B of A, they're fighting back. That's what I liked about today's announcement, is they're fighting back. You know that the only reason why they made any kind of public announcement a couple of weeks ago about this, they're the ones that control the foreclosure time frame anyway. If they wanted to slow down foreclosures, they just slow down. There's no reason to go in front of a microphone and make an announcement.
But their losses rise. They slow things down. They take a bigger loss.
Right, right. It's only bad, okay? You're going to see defaults go up. Watch for that. You should watch for certain lenders to get out of the mortgage business altogether because they're spoiling, the government is spoiling that industry by being, strong-arming lenders this way. B of A is really, them and Wells Fargo are the only companies big enough out there to actually compete with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to create private pools of mortgages so that they don't have to
pools of 40 and slip?
Pools of 40 and slip.
But you said it earlier, a third, I think second quarter was like 25% of all sales were foreclosed properties.
Right.
So what happens now to those investors? Are they going to come back now? Because I think you lost them.
The investors might hold out, but there's still a percentage of those that were bought by people who are going to occupy those homes, and they're out. So imagine you're actually going to move in, and now you don't know whether
you advise investors.
Correct.
That's what you do.
That's right.
Are you telling them stay out for a bit because you can't rely?
No, I'm telling them to stay in.
Title, valid title.
I'm telling them to stay in. I'm telling this only gets better for investors. The more that the government messes with the banks, the more that this foreclosure pile-up continues to pile up. The logjam piles up. Yeah. I mean, listen, it amazes me that the smartest people, supposedly, in the country have gotten together and for 2 years tried to figure out how to, quote-unquote, stop foreclosures. And after 2 years, their conclusion was, I know, we'll just stop foreclosures. It's like this is the most simpleton, it's the stupidest solution in the world, just to put the brakes on it. The end result is you're going to see I'm glad they're fighting back because they have to. I think they're probably terrified about the financial regulations and what could happen.
Prices are going to go down? Prices some more?
Prices are going to go down, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've been telling you guys the market was trying to recover, but with stuff like this going on, all bets are off in terms of recovery.
So I did buy at the wrong time. Got it. All right.
Greg, hold.
But you're young. Don't even worry about it.
That's very good, Charles. Greg Rand, a pleasure. Thank you very much indeed, sir.
Good to see you.